37. So it's about time somebody finally stepped up to the plate and dethroned him because he's been carrying the torch for so long. So, Shannon, are you surprised that he said this?
No, I'm not surprised that he said it, but I vehemently disagree with his assessment of this. The last time we saw Kevin Durant, he lost to Game 7 on his home court. LeBron James was unhealthy in the playoffs. I don't know how Kevin Durant got to jump Giannis. Kevin Durant won one game when after Kyrie got hurt and a hobble James Harden. KD won one game. One. Now, if he had gotten this team to the NBA Finals without Kyrie or hobble James Harden, okay, now we're going to talk. Now I'm going to have an open and honest conversation about who's the best player. And I'm not so sure I wouldn't say Kevin Durant. But why are we so dismissive of Giannis? Did we not see what he did in Game 7 against Kevin Durant? 40, 13, and 5. He had 30 points in 6 of the 7 games. You people realize he did average 30, 13, and 5 for the entire playoffs. Shot 57% from the floor. He was just 35, 13, and 5 in the finals. And in a closeout game, had a 50-piece. Really? What the problem that I have with people being dismissive of Giannis, they were like, man, Shaq was so dominant. Giannis ain't got no talent. No, he cannot shoot the ball like Kevin Durant or Steph Curry. He's not skilled at handling the ball like a James Harden or Kyrie Irving. He's just dominant. And we used to reward that when we liked the player. Now, all of a sudden, we don't like Giannis. He's as dominant as Shaq when I told you that. Yes, he is. These are the kind of numbers that Shaq put up in the NBA Finals. Exactly what Giannis did. Giannis is the best player currently.
Is he? Wait, are you saying Giannis is better than LeBron?
What part didn't you get? The part
I didn't get any of that. You've never said that.
Giannis is currently, I'm all about updating your resume.
Really?
LeBron James is going to have to update his resume. Remember when they came out, what did they say? I think they said something about it was KD and Giannis. Okay, LeBron was the third best player behind KD and Giannis. And you remember what he put out on his social media? Wash King, just add more fuel to the fire. So he absolutely cares. He absolutely listens. He putting that time in right now. He off the Italy. He did a little wine sipping, getting his mind right.
No, you got to be careful over there. This COVID's out of control.
He in an isolated situation, just him by himself, and everybody get tested.
Okay.
But anyway, back to my original schedule.
Have to quarantine when you get back.
Back to my original schedule thoughts. Giannis is the best player currently in the NBA.
How can you say Giannis is the best player when he's not even the closer for his own team? It's preposterous to me.
Don't matter.
How can you say Giannis is the best player when in playoff series after series after series over the previous 4 years, we saw teams build a wall against Giannis and just take him completely out of the game?
Yes.
Right? How can we say he's the best player when he has no answer to the wall because he has no mid-range jump shot?
Where was the wall at this year?
Well, that's a great question that you should ask Monty Williams because he was the first coach in all of Giannis's playoff runs who said, you know what? I've got a young 7-footer named DeAndre Ayton, and he can take Giannis head up, solo coverage, singling up, one-on-one, and I will take Giannis out of the game. And guess what happened? Those numbers happened.
Yeah.
And it's on Monty because DeAndre Ayton had no chance against Giannis.
Well, he did average 32 and 13 against KD and the Nets. So where was their wall?
Well, all I know is I keep telling you, KD did not have Kyrie. He had a shell of James Harden, who was actually a liability for that team because he couldn't run a lick and couldn't run a fast break.
Well, that's what
one fast break, he got the ball, and it looked like he had a step, and he had to just stop and let everybody go by him because he couldn't run.
That's where the best player on the planet takes over.
He
and
did.
says, I got this.
He had masterpiece efforts in Game 5 and Game 7. Two of the all-time great all-around games I have ever watched any NBA player play this side of Michael Jordan.
And then what happened?
And what happened? He made one of the great clutch playoff shots ever, and his toenail was on the three-point line. And if it's not, if it's 1/10 of an inch back, we're having a different conversation because Giannis has to go home. That's what happened. And then in overtime, it took Chris Middleton making the shot to win the game, not Giannis.
Oh, Giannis got it started.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, but your guy went
he
over
always gets
6.
it started, but he can't close
that
it.
masterpiece, the masterpiece that your guy was playing, Giannis came behind him and poured a whole bucket of paint right on top of it.
Did he? Okay. I've never seen anybody play a better game where he played the whole game.
Lost.
Played 48 minutes. I don't
Skip,
know
why
how
you do that? Skip, you can't do that.
Let's get back to our man, KP, Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
We've had him here on the show in the past.
I love Perk.
We know him. We know Perk. We know what he's all about. He is simply the biggest LeBron James defender and apologist this side of Shannon Sharp.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, he is. He just is. He's at least in your league when it comes to LeBron. And he knows LeBron, and he obviously played with and for LeBron. So I get that, and I respect that. I honor that. But it also makes me wonder about, is there some ulterior motive here?
Because, man, there you go.
Well, no, I want to know. What's the psychology of this? Suddenly, he's just flipped on LeBron.
Skip,
and he's saying, it's over. It's time.
No, Skip.
Go home.
He said, no, that's not what he said. He said after 19 years, it's about damn time somebody took the throne.
It's about damn time somebody dethroned King James. But he said it happened. And you're not saying it happened.
It ain't about no, so what ulterior motive did he have?
And Kendrick did play with Kevin for quite a while in OKC. He saw it up close and personal, and his conclusion is, I still say to this day that Kevin Durant is the best player in this league because he is the best offensive player that this game has ever seen. I can't go that far, but this is his point. And he doesn't get enough credit for what he brings on the defensive side.
He ain't close to Giannis defensively.
Okay.
Let's just start with that. He's not close to Giannis defensively.
Well, Giannis is not close to him offensively.
No, that's not true. He can't shoot the ball like Kevin Durant, but the numbers are right there. Skip, this is what I don't get, and I need somebody at home. Y'all help me if I'm wrong. When have we seen a guy win one game without his 2 stars, then get rewarded for beating the Olympics when you got the best players on your squad? Now, all of a sudden, if you win the Olympic gold medal, that goes into whether you're the best player on the planet.
You think Team USA would have won the Olympics without Kevin Durant? You know and I know, no.
All I know is
as you told me going into the Olympics, all those teams are so much better.
They are better.
Yeah.
That don't mean they're better than us. They are better. Because guess what? They play basketball now. It's not like 92 when you had like 4 or 5 players sprinkled out on the other 30 teams. Now you got 2 or 3 guys on every team, although they're not to the level of everybody that's on the NBA roster, on the Team USA. But Skip, I've never seen anything like this. Kevin Durant won one game without Harden being his best and without Kyrie. One game. He didn't even get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, beat Giannis.
What do you mean he won one game?
Once Kyrie got hurt in Game 3, he won Game 5. Kevin Durant won Game 5. Didn't win another game. He had Game 7 on his home court. Giannis went to his house. He didn't knock on the door. Kevin Durant heard him walking. He kicked the door in and Kevin was looking through the peephole. 40, 13, and 5 on his head in your building.
Did Kevin Durant have Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday?
The best
riding shotgun?
Whoa.
Shotgun? Because I'm talking about shotgun.
Just a second. When I tried to make this very argument with you, with Kevin Durant, when he had Klay Thompson and Steph Curry and Draymond riding shotgun, you said it didn't matter. You said it did not matter.
You said it didn't matter because you were the one who told me that after your team came back from 3-1 down, that Draymond fled into the parking lot with his cell phone trying to call Kevin Durant crying, saying, you got to come save us.
He did.
He came, the whole team went to recruit him in Southampton on Long Island on July the 4th so that he would come and save them, and he saved them twice in a row. 2 more rings they won, and he was the MVP finals. That's all you need to know. Period. End of story.
See what you did?
Best player on planet.
Well, if he's
not close.
Well, if he's best player on the planet, he got to get by Giannis. All he got to do is get by Giannis, and then I can confirm that.
Well,
but he didn't get past
your whole team. You lose 2/3 of one of the great trios in history.
Hold on, time out. Wait a minute. LeBron lost 2/3 of his. You said LeBron should have beat Golden State.
No, well, yeah, I did because he had him down 2-1 in his house.
Okay, what about...
And you tell me he's the GOAT. I have never said Kevin Durant was the GOAT one time.
Best player on the planet. Best player on the planet can't be up 3-1 and lose. The best player on the planet can't be up 2-0 and lose. Your guy was up 2-0 and lost. He lost a Game 7.